What's up guys, edrone here, and today is going to be an update video on my TrueD diversity receiver module. Stay tuned. For those of you that don't know, I purchased the TrueD receiver module 3.7 firmware, and I was getting a lot of static and a lot of breakup when flying around my property behind trees and such, and I didn't know if it was the module or if it was something to do with my antennas or the actual quadcopter itself. I had my Race Day Quads Mach 1 VTX set to 25 milliwatt during the breakup. I decided to go ahead and bump that up to 200 milliwatt and go ahead and try it again flying around the property and behind the trees and see if that made any kind of improvement. On board the Martian 2, and I am facing in the direction of the trees because that's where I'm going to do the most part of my flying, and you can see I'm getting a little bit of flickering, but definitely much better behind the trees. The first flight on the 25 milliwatt, when I flew behind the trees, I was getting almost complete dropout. You can see there, did get a little bit of flickering, but overall it is a lot better so far. Now I have a tree right behind me there, in between me and the quad. Now let's see what happens when we go right behind these trees. I'm going to drop down, and yes, I'm getting flickering, but I'm still able to fly. So this is definitely working a lot better. The TrueD diversity module is working excellent. So it's definitely not the module. I believe it was the fact that I had the Martian 2 set on 25 milliwatts and I was not facing in the direction of the drone. So you can see when I fly behind the trees, I still have definitely enough signal, enough FPV to actually keep the Martian 2 in flight without losing complete video. And this VTX will go up to 600 watts as well. But 200 milliwatts should be fine. Doing a nice little roll way up high here. And the antennas are working great. I've got the TBS Triumph stubby on the Martian 2. I've got the stubby Triumph on the goggles. And I have the Immersion RC patch on the goggles as well. So yeah, definitely a major improvement. I am definitely happy with the TrueD diversity module. It's working very well. I don't mind getting a little bit of flickering here and there. What I do mind is complete video loss. And that's exactly what I was getting. I was losing the whole picture. I was getting complete static behind the trees, and I could not see anything. And keep in mind, DVR is actually worse than what I'm actually seeing on the goggles. Yeah, so this is actually working quite well. I'm impressed with this module. And I have flown some Whoop style copters in the house on 25 milliwatt, and using the Fat Shark with the TrueD diversity module, I had zero issues. It was working great. Yeah, as you can see, when I go behind the trees, you get a little bit of flickering, but you can still overall see the picture of where you're flying. So this is definitely a lot better. So wouldn't recommend flying 25 milliwatt on a 5-inch quad, hardly ever. Maybe if you're just racing and you're down low to the ground and you're not have any kind of obstacles in your path, that might be the only way you would want to stay on 25 milliwatt. Otherwise, just fly 200 milliwatts and you should be fine. But yeah, even with the tree directly in front of me in the quad, I still have a decent picture. I don't mind a little bit of breakup. You see that flickering right there. And keep in mind, these trees are, there is moisture in these trees, which makes it even worse. So moisture is a nice RF block. But yeah, you can see right there, even when I was directly behind the pine tree, I was getting a lot of flickering, but I can still see the overall picture and know exactly where the quad is. So overall, I would definitely say this has fixed the problem, and I'm quite happy with the TrueD 3.7 diversity module and the antennas. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be doing more comparison videos soon. Edrone out.